Yo, what is up guys? Nick Nakai here, Let's Drift Media. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. If it's your first time here, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below and drop a comment. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm, really helps out get my channel out there. So if you enjoy my videos, really appreciate if you do that. Drop a like, you know the deal. So anyways, today's episode is going to be covering the tools that I use now as a diesel fleet mechanic, since it's a pretty frequently commented question you guys asked me to do a video on, since you guys know I transitioned from the dealership world at Toyota to now working on heavy equipment, diesels, bigger stuff like that. So just want to kind of do a breakdown on the tools I'm currently using now. I will say though, because you guys might be thinking like, dude, like you don't really have that many tools, like there's no way you're working on diesels. I am actually, my job title is a service technician, so this is entry level. I'm just doing the basic stuff, oil changes, changing filters, air filters, fuel filters, cabin filters, wiper blades, doing trans services, replacing transmission filters, and a lot of inspections, DOT safety inspections. So currently I'm not doing too much like heavy repair, so there is definitely going to be more tools I will be adding to my collection once I actually promote in my current field. So this is kind of just the starter stuff. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up because a lot of the stuff is kind of similar to the stuff I was already using at Toyota. So anyways, without further ado, let's check it out. So currently I am pretty much just working out of this service cart. I do not have my big toolbox here. I actually have that at the house because when I first started, I just brought this because I was like, you know what, it'll be something for now. And then talking to the other technicians here, they were telling me like for my position, you really don't need more than this. And this is all you're gonna really be working out of. So it's kind of pointless to bring your big toolbox when all your tools are gonna be in here. So I figured, you know what, I'll keep my snap-on box at home and I'll just work out of this. And I've been here for 6 months now, and everything in here is plenty to do the job I'm required to do. So let's go ahead and get started taking a look. Coming on the top right here, I got my flashlights, magnetic, got the Harbor Freight one, nice little snap-on one, this wand one right here. I got two streamlights here. This one I really like. It's got the high, low, medium setting. Really comfortable, a little pistol grip kind of. And I have my OG little baby streamlight. Lights are definitely key now. A lot of times I'm not working in the shop, I'm out in the field. So you gotta have lights, especially once the sun starts going down, you gotta have a ton of lights. Lights definitely a key investment. Coming over here, just got my mirrors, little tire tread depth gauge for my brake inspections. Right here on the top, I'll just start on the left. Screwdrivers, small, medium, and kind of large. Flathead and Phillips. Tire inflator gauge, definitely a must. Got some safety glasses in here. Another magnet. Tire pressure gauge with the dual-ended piece for the dualies. This way you could get on the inner rim and the outer rim, no problem. Definitely a must. I just kind of have all my wrenches and sockets here, even though I don't use every single one. It's kind of nice to have because sometimes you'll run into stuff that is actually standard, so at least having all my sockets I can pretty much get a good fit on everything. So I have my wrenches 8 through 19, same with the sockets, shorts, mediums, and deeps, 8 through 19. And I got these 1/4 inch icon sockets, which are really great for the price. These I have, I believe it's 5 through 14 millimeter. Again, though, I'm really just using like the 6, 7, 8, 9, or 6, 7, 8, and 10. Brought some Torx bit sockets, because now working on a lot of Fords, tire pressure sensors are mounted in through the Torx bits, so I just brought the whole set. Really only using though like the T15 so far, but just have everything for whenever I need it. Swivel 1/4 inch sockets, size 5 through 15. Really just mainly using the 8 millimeter and the 10 millimeter. But again, just have the whole set because you never know. Got some extensions over here, 1/4 inch and 3/8 wobble, 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter, 1/4 inch ratchet, 3/8 ratchet, 3/8 ratchet, extended 3/8 ratchet, which is great. And then I have another 1/2 inch ratchet down below in another drawer I'll show you guys. This oil filter wrench set, definitely using this a lot. I only use these two. really on the Fords for the small filter and the big filter. These ones I haven't really got a chance to use yet, so that's why I kind of have it facing this way. But I really like these strap wrenches, definitely make spinning off filters a lot easier in those tough to get positions. Safety glasses is a must. Always wearing safety glasses here now. Anytime you're under a vehicle, using any power tools, you gotta have them. Disposable gloves. Mechanic gloves are really nice for when it gets hot and I'm doing these inspections. I don't like having my hands all sweaty in the latex gloves, so it's nice to have these fabric gloves. Keep your hands a little bit cooler when you're not really dealing with like oil and grease and stuff, and you're kind of just grabbing stuff, crawling underneath the vehicle. So yeah, oh, I got another, this is actually an interior trim panel remover, but we replace decals on these vehicles when they get faded and tore up, so this actually works really good to scrape off the gunk and scrape off the old decals. I believe that sums it up for the top. Go ahead and creep on the side. Of course, you know, I got the Milwaukee Mid Torque. Definitely my baby right there, popping off lug nuts. Coming over the side, I just got some sprays. We spray the catalytic converters here to help prevent theft. So we have that right there. Coming over here, I got this long Harbor Freight screwdriver, which is kind of nice sometimes to pop connectors loose, or even when you're trying to look for a noise. So I kind of just brought that in case I ever run into that. 1/2-inch extension, definitely a must. You guys have been following my favorite screwdriver. Still here today with the crack right there, but this thing is just great. Works like a pry bar. Got a little baby pry bar. And just panel poppers, plastic clip removers. I believe one of them is the long pick. That would be this guy. So yeah, that pretty much sums up the top deck. Again, this is kind of the more frequently stuff I use. I mean, really, a lot of it's just getting the socket for the drain plug or a wrench on there, so that's kind of why I have everything up here. Coming over here, I have the fuel line disconnect tool. I really just use this blue one on the Fords to remove the fuel filter when replacing those. Coming over here, I just have some gear wrenches, 8 through 19. Really actually haven't used these too much. A lot of the stuff here you kind of have room, so I'll just use the ratchet and a socket. Tire crayon is a must. Anytime you find a damaged tire or an expired DOT, to mark it to make sure everyone knows that it's no good no more. We got the power tool drawer right here. Actually picked this 3/8 extended reach ratchet up recently. I had the 1/4 inch, which I really loved. Snap-on makes the best electric ratchets. Prove me wrong. I don't care if you love Milwaukee. Snap-on makes better ratchets. That's the way I see it. I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I've used both. I love Milwaukee, but when it comes to their ratchets, I'm telling you, if you use them both, I guarantee you're gonna like the Snap-on better, but that could just be my opinion. Anyways, back to the tour. My 1/4 inch Milwaukee impact with the locking anvil on there. 3/8 impact. Had this one since like the first Toyota dealership I worked at, still kicking strong. And the DeWalt screw gun. Anytime dealing with screws, skid plates, license plates, a couple extra batteries. And yeah, those are pretty much all the power tools I have and all the power tools I've needed so far. Coming over this drawer, this one's kind of miscellaneous. Got my neck lights, headlights, headlamp. This Milwaukee headlamp is actually super bright. I think it's dead right now, but I need to charge it. But great headlamp, very great by Milwaukee. Electrical tape, yeah. That one's kind of miscellaneous. Could be actually used for something better one day. Coming over here, we got the main plier drawer, picks, scissors, all kinds of pliers, oil filter pliers, oil filter strap wrench or seatbelt strap wrench, whatever you want to call it. This thing is really great on the big diesels like the Cummins engines where the oil filters are like 7 inches wide. This thing really comes in handy to get those oil filters off. Wrap it around the oil filter, put a 1/2 inch extension on there, and it really helps break them loose, because those things are on there super tight and they're really heavy, and sometimes they're kind of in an awkward spot. This one's nice to just kind of get up right under it and strap it in. Pliers, just brought kind of the necessities, pair of dikes, adjustable pliers, crescent wrench, needle nose, 3/8 torque wrench. I do torque a lot more things now. They want us torquing drain plugs, stuff like that. Pretty much anything, wheels, everything's getting torqued, so 3/8 torque wrench gets used quite frequently. That's about it for that drawer. Coming down to the bottom drawer, this is kind of stuff I don't use as much, or it's just kind of big. I got a basic OBD2 scanner to just pull codes. If I would check engine light, I just want to see what the code is really quick. Back probe quick kit, anytime trying to check for power and ground and stuff, back pinning stuff like that, that kit works great. I have a power probe, voltmeter, test light, hammers. There's my 1/2 inch ratchet. It's called flat pin trailer pin tester. Plug it in the back of the truck. Make sure all your trailer lights are working, or at least it's sending power to the appropriate light. If you were to have a trailer hooked in, definitely need one of these. Doing what I'm doing. Coolant pressure tester. We test coolant overflow tanks. Make sure they're holding pressure, as well as testing the cap itself. Make sure that's holding pressure. Right angle grinder. I just kind of have this wire wheel on there for sometimes resealing like rear diff covers, or if I drop the trans pan, trying to clean up the pan real quick. This thing works wonders. Air powered, so you don't got to worry about batteries dying, since that drains batteries really quickly. But yeah, oh, brake pedal depressor. This thing is pretty much used on the daily, not just for checking brake lights, but when you start moving into the heavier truck side, testing out air brakes, you need to hold the brake pedal down and then run over to the truck, to the canisters, the air canisters, and check the throw of the push rod. So definitely got to have one of these, as well as a tape measure to measure the throw. So yeah, I mean, like I said, this drawer I don't really use too much. I'll pull out the voltmeter or the test light every now and then, like say I have like a bad light or a light's not illuminating, something like that. Like I said, I'm really not doing too much heavy diagnostic, heavy line, major repairs. The entry-level position, so I'm kind of doing a lot of maintenance, service stuff. So that's why this is the way I have my tool cart set up. But even so, I laugh because it's not that different from when I was at Toyota. If you guys saw my other video, you would recognize pretty much everything in here from when I did the tool cart breakdown as a Toyota flat rate tech. And even having my tool cart set up like this is probably the same way I'd run it, maybe without like these 1/4 inch and the Torx bits for Toyota. But this is essentially how I had my setup before when I was at Toyota, and having my setup like this really just makes it easier. I'm used to it, so I know where my tools are for what job I'm gonna do. And even though I just have this cart, you can do a whole lot of repairs, even though I'm not doing those repairs right now. But just want to let you guys know that I really haven't changed my tool collection that much. Coming down to the bottom right here, I got my 1/2 inch torque wrench for when I do the wheels. Got this kind of blanket. Sometimes we get sent out in the field and we're like on gravel, so this is nice, so you're not laying directly on the gravel. And on the bottom here, I got this splitter set from Cornwell. This thing comes in really handy when splitting the rear diff covers on the Fords, like the F-150s, 250s, pretty much any of the 50s. Because they don't have drain plugs on their diffs, so you got to split the cover every time you want to do a rear diff service. So this thing's really nice for that. So even though it's not a lot of tools, it's still plenty of tools. Like I said, even when I was at Toyota, I would always work out of just the cart, and I would have my big main 73-inch snap-on box there kind of just for looks. I feel like the same thing for here. Eventually, if I do move up to an actual technician, lead technician, and start doing heavier repairs, I probably will bring my main toolbox just because there's going to be bigger tools I need. Working on diesel, you're getting into like a lot bigger than 36 millimeters sometimes on these semi-tractors. So I definitely would bring my full toolbox later on down the road. But for right now, as an entry-level service technician, this gets the job done just right. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully I cleared up some questions you guys may have had. Yeah, this video was brought to you by your guys' comments, so let me know in the comments if there's anything else you guys would like to know or any other videos you guys would like me to make about the new job. So, that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!